All right, YouTube. So it's your boy Zxous, and we have some things to talk about, obviously, regarding the next event, which, as you guys know, or as I guess, well, if you listened to me, you would have known. But if you didn't, then now you know. Just like I said, exactly word for word, bar for bar, and yes, I am gonna take that credit. Obviously, Nikke has announced the winter limited characters. Not only have they done that, they actually kind of like confirmed who the New Year's character is going to be, which again, your boy was right, but it was obvious, right? So if you don't know, obviously, Zxous, right? Where's my webcam here? Zxous is getting a limited character. Yeah, Winter Sweets Zxous. Now, this is the first time Zxous has gotten anything in, well, besides her favorite item, she hasn't gotten like any type of love or anything for quite some time, right? Besides her favorite item. So it's kind of, it wasn't obvious that it was gonna be Zxous, but like when you think about it, it makes sense just because the Solene they dropped before was a winter character, but she wasn't a limited character, right? Like her whole thing was like a frost ticket or whatever, right? But she was obviously like a winter character, but I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think like, okay, well, it's gonna be, okay, Zxous, and then, you know, Solene, and the next character, which if you don't know who the next character is, Cinderella's real sister, we're gonna call her, because good lord, that looks just like Cinderella. Brid, silent track. Obviously, I'm very excited for Brid. Brid hasn't gotten anything since the Nier collab, and all she got in the Nier collab was a skin. Before that, she hasn't gotten nothing besides the release of the game. Like Brid, literally, I genuinely thought they forgot about Brid and Zxous. And honestly, personally, I'm really happy about these choices. I like when they make limited characters the characters that they just neglect, if that makes sense, right? Like there's so many characters that they neglect from 2022, right? And they just don't even look their way. So when they finally get like a new ult or a favorite item or something, I'm happy, right? Don't get me wrong, I love new characters as well, but again, at the same time, there are like Crow. I cannot wait for Crow to get something, because Crow has my favorite VA of all time, right? Crow is Sora Amamiya. So once Crow gets an alt character or a favorite item, I'll be on that, guaranteed. But yeah, these are limited characters, which means if you do not get these characters when they're out now, you will not be able to get them again until next year, December. The rerun with these characters should be Maiden and Guillotine, which I will talk about if you should be summoning for them or whatever, because both of them are like decent characters. Obviously, Maiden is needed, not necessarily needed, but she's a really good character for the Electro team. And then I wouldn't say Guillotine is like a must-have or needed or anything like that, but you know, if built correctly, you could definitely use her with the water comp. It depends on what characters you have on your account, because there's a lot of water supports now. But again, this is technically a big buff to the Elysion Corp, right? If I remember correctly, Zxous and them are all Elysions, right? Brid and Zxous and them. Sorry, I haven't thought about Brid and Zxous in like a minute. Let me double check, right? They are in fact Elysion characters. Yes, both of them are in fact Elysion characters. So it is a massive W. It is a massive W because Elysion's just got the craziest buff ever. Now, another thing that the Korean Nikke posted confirms the New Year's character, which I am going to show you guys right now. And yeah, they posted it. But basically, it is exactly who we thought it was going to be. Super Idol Summer, or not Summer Anise, but just Super Idol Anise. Right, this is the AGF 2025 event guide or whatever, and obviously with New Year's we are going to probably get a new chapter, right? Chapter 43 and 44, I want to assume. That's going to lead up into why Anise is the New Year's character. If not, that you're just gonna get an event. I don't remember if Rappy got a story event and an event or just an event, but yeah, it made the most sense that it was going to be Anise. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be Anise until after chapter 42, but after you see her transformation in chapter 42, it's like, yeah, obviously it makes sense that Anise is going to be that character. It just makes sense, right? Rappy is rerunning. So boom, not only that, Anise is Tetra. We don't have a Tetra over spec Nikke, so that was due. It just makes sense. And Tetra is really struggling. Like, they have characters. Realistically, Tetra doesn't even have the characters like that, bro. I'm not being funny. Tetra is struggling so bad lately, it's insane. Because they used to really be the absolute best, and now it's like, I would say Tetra's probably the worst class. Is that crazy for me to say? Let's take a look at Tetra. Who do they have that's good? Alice, Aid, Summer and East is slowly falling off. Bay is their last surviving hope. The Bunny Girls no longer exist realistically. Speaking of the Bunny Girls, I do want to show you guys that, yeah, Blanc is getting a gotcha costume. Which unfortunately I'm just not going to get because one, it looks really good, but Blanc, I'm never using her again. Like, I'm just not. We're in a point where Blanc and Noir are not even like top 5 picks, right? I don't have them in top 5 picks anymore. If I had to pick 5 teams on my main burst to support, Crown is one, Nayuta is one, the Tactical Trio is one, Mastered Anchor is another one, and then the last one, honestly, I could give that to the Pierce team at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Blanc and Noir, they just falling off so much. So for me, getting this skin is just not a play. But if you want it, go for it. I think it is a really pretty skin. I think it's a really cute skin. Obviously, Blanc is one of those, like, you know, hot girls and stuff like that, in my opinion. You can't really go wrong with Blanc. You can't go wrong with Blanc. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Tetra, you look at Tetra, they have no hitters. They have no hitters like that. So Bunny Soda, maybe. Rouge, yeah. But other than that, Mila as well, to an extent. Other than that, it's a bit niche, right? So there is that. But yeah, this is from the Korean Nikke post. That's Brid, Solene, Diesel, Anise, Blanc, Nayuta in the back, as per. You can't see her, right? There's Blanc and there's Nayuta in the back, and then Rappy, right? And obviously, every single one of these characters are now officially playable characters in the game, besides the Louis Vuitton Anise. Now, if you're wondering why I'm calling her Louis Vuitton Anise, I know a lot of you guys hate when I say that. At least I've seen some comments, but this bandana on her is supposed to be like a Nikke-fied Louis Vuitton. If you can't, like, if you look at my YouTube profile picture, on my headband, it's Louis Vuitton. That's why I'm so excited for it, like Louis Vuitton, because I used to wear that a lot, like my headband or whatever. But yeah, that's where I got this post, actually. This person said overspec New Year's. But yeah, that's kind of like obvious realistically. So it's gonna be a bit much because, like I said, these are limited characters, and limited characters are not bad characters. They don't make limited characters bad at all. We're at a point in Nikke where I think they actually start making these limited characters like either very, very, very powerful, very, very, very good, or they make these limited characters like have a very insane must-have niche, if that makes sense, right? Like, when I say must-have niche, right, like I wouldn't say Maiden's the best character in the game, or like, you know, even up there, but she has such a crazy niche, being that she's just like Cinderella and she supports the electric team galore, right? She gives the electric team what, like 35% a strong element as that. That's just too much. Not to mention, Elysion is getting the craziest buff. This year has really been Elysion's year, which is honestly well-deserved, because Elysion had nothing all of 2023, had nothing all of 2024. They had nothing. So 2025 was their year, but they got favorite item Helm, Delta, Arcana, Master Anchor, favorite item Miranda, Rappy, Solene, the trio, right? Like, they got in all of this just this year, and a lot of these characters are like the best characters in the game. Vesti's very broken. That's the best character in the game. This is a top 5 character or top 10 character in the game. Very good support. Very good combo. Very good combo support. Very good combo support. Very good support. Decent like tank character, right? I know she doesn't look like it, but Delta's a pretty decent tank character. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Elysion really, they had some hitters or some misses, like, you know, Kay and Sora, but I think this is what Elysion deserves, right? So I'm really excited to see what Brid does. I'm really excited to see what Solene does. But yeah, you guys let me know. What's her name is Brid Silent Track. Okay, I knew, because I know the Diesel's name is like Winter Sweet, so I didn't know Brid's name. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Are you guys gonna summon regardless if they're good or bad because they're limited? I have to. I cannot win. Limited characters are characters who some way, somehow become so much relevant after they release. Every single one of them become way better after a bunch of releases happen. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna be pulling for these characters. But you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'm out later. Peace.